Fruitvale Station is a biopic which is written and directed by Ryan Coogler, which is also his directorial debut and I think feature-length debut, based on the story of, based on the shooting of Oscar Grant, shot on New Year's Eve in 2009 by BART police officer Johannes Messerl, I think that's how you pronounce it, at the Fruitvale Bay Area Rapid Transit Station in Oakland, California, New Year's Day 2009. It stars Michael B. Jordan played. Now, if you guys don't know about this, and I never knew about it until the film was coming out, a BART police officer was like a train was stopped. Like there was a fight on a train on a BART train from San Francisco, and there was a fight going on, and two officers restrained Grant, and Officer Messerl Campolo, if you how to pronounce that, if I get it wrong. According this is what I'm reading on Wikipedia, so hopefully it's factually accurate as possible. If you have some more facts, comment below them. And it's the officers detained Grant and other passengers believed to be like friends who were acquaintances with with him on New Year's Day. They got him on the platform of the station. Two officers restraining him, and Officer Marcel, according to his attorney, said, "Get back, I'm going to tase him." Then he drew his pistol and shot Oscar in the back once. Grant then exclaimed, "You shot me." He was unarmed, he was bleeding badly, and unfortunately he was pronounced dead the next morning in the Highland Hospital in Oakland. And like a lot of things today, it's captured on video cameras and cell phone cameras. It's really sad that this happened. There's two producers, Nina Yang Bongiovi Campolo and Forrest Whitaker. And one thing I have to say is, they do a lot. They may take celebrities with the story. I don't know much about it actually. Campolo, if you know the differences between if there's any differences between the events in the movie and real life. But I'd say I think it does a lot. It does justice to this event and leaves a hell of an impact. Okay, they actually changed the names of the officers, so I guess to be safe. I'm not trying to be funny. But there are some things about it. It stars Michael B. Jordan, Melanie Diaz, Kevin Durand, Chad Michael Murray, Anna O'Reilly Campolo, and Octavia Spencer. Those are the most notable ones, I guess. And it's very sad that this story sad. But one thing I can say, it is a great movie that pays a lot of tribute to this man who left us too soon and unfortunately had to face and had to be unfortunately murdered by a brutal cop. This movie is just not very easy. Sometimes it's hard to sit through. Sometimes it'll leave an impact on you. I know that for sure. This movie really circles around an entire day leading up to New Year's Day. It's on New Year's Eve, and Oscar is finally trying to do a New Year's resolution. I think he was involved with drug dealing, and he was trying to just get past that and try to start new with his life, start fresh, and get his life back on track, and try to get his life together and do something positive with it. This makes the unfortunate death even sadder because he was trying to do something right with his life and try to make it life better for him and his family, because according to his wife and a daughter. And the unfortunate result of trying to change himself for the better It's just very upsetting because this man was trying to do something right, and unfortunately, his life was taken away by a cop that should have known better. And I just hope he rots in hell, because that guy killed a man. He was aggressive. That was just really sad. Michael B. Jordan is absolutely excellent in the movie. He does a fantastic job as Oscar Grant. He portrays a man who's conflicted, who just is upset with his life. He's trying to get past the difficulties facing him, and he wants to get his life back on track. And I'm happy, and you feel for the guy. He's trying to be nice. He's trying to be respectful of his family and his kids, but he's also really doing the best he can to make his life better. You sympathize with him because he's a very well-developed character, along with everybody else in the cast. Octavia Spencer is also great. She's a mother who is also concerned. She's a mother that really feels for her son. Respect, and of course, they have a solid relationship. It's nice to know that they still had a solid relationship together. Do good. But also you see some of the conflicts he's facing, such as doing with his job. He unfortunately had that kind of, he was trying to do a well-honest job, and unfortunately I think he got let go. And it's very sad because this guy was trying to make an honest living, and unfortunately some difficulties came by him, and he suffered. And unfortunately he had to suffer the unfortunate event, the unfortunate result. He decides to, get some stuff for his mom's birthday because it was New Year's Eve, I believe. Yeah, it was New Year's Eve. And he then goes out to San Francisco to spend out New Year's Day. And while heading back on the train, he is the unfortunate result. See, it's not really just like the point A to point B stuff. It's more of what happens, what's the events leading up to that start, and what leads up to the unfortunate to this shooting. You see a man who's just trying to better himself, and he's trying to do better. He wants to do something good. He's trying to be respectful. He's respectful to his family, respectful to his other family members, like not only his wife and kid, his daughter, but also his mother and his friends. He's a guy that has a good heart, and he's trying the best with what he can do. And that's why I feel for him. That's why he's a very well-developed character as well. They're all very fleshed out. The daughter is also pretty good. Usually I like kid actors, yeah, but this one's pretty good. But I mean, I find that kind of inevitable when you have a director who's also African American and knows the story very well and did it well for an honesty. It tells its story with sincerity and honesty, which is what I really like, which is something that I really miss, which really is missing from today's films. A lot of them just seem to really make it so they overemphasize on it, make it sentimental or sappy. They don't give it an honest feel, and this film does it well. I have to say I was very impressed with Ryan Coogler's direction. He really told a story honestly, and he did great with the cast. Michael B. Jordan has a great future, and I'm hopeful for him in Creed. They're reunited, Ryan Coogler and Michael B. Jordan reuniting again for Creed. I'm hopeful for another successful collaboration. Once the event comes, it's very heartbreaking, and the conclusion is nothing short of heartbreaking. This film doesn't hold back. It does the hardest it can do. No. Don't listen to what I said. What I mean is, it never holds any back. It never tries to restrain itself from delivering the unfortunate reality that was Oscar's death. It delivers it with honesty. There's even some great building tension to the unfortunate event, and also the cop that shot him extremely aggressive. There's one cop that was extremely aggressive towards them. And this is also a thing I think this movie can serve as social commentary on racism, police brutality, and possibly mental issues. Why mental issues? Because there's a lot of cops that just don't seem to be that seem a bit morally corrupt, particularly in racism. that's why I think racism also comes in, because a lot of cops, some cops today still have racist ideologies, racial ideologies, and they never seem to have really gotten past the fact that blacks have their rights. They still treat them like they're things, not human beings. And it's really sad because these people, because African Americans are human beings, people of all races and genders, all kinds, are human beings. And it's really sad some people disrespect them like that. It just leaves me heartbroken, because no one deserves this kind of treatment. Like, people who are trying, I mean, there are some people criminals that deserve that kind of hate. There are some people that we hate because of certain reasons, and I guess you may say it's a bit justified, and maybe it's a bit contradictory. But what I'm saying is, in general, like, people kind of like try and compare to like normal people, ones who just have trying to live a normal life, and they're just going through life, you know, just doing the best they can do to live a normal life and be happy. Those are human beings. These are people that are trying to. They do it well. Like, these are people that are trying to make a life of themselves. People I respect. Oscar was one of those people, and it's so sad because he was trying to do something right. And unfortunately, it never became much of a reality. It ended abruptly. That cop should not have shot him. I'm happy that the cop got convicted. It just makes me sad that people like this today are like this. That even cops today are violent and kill people. They're even racist. It makes me really sad because these are people that we trust to help keep us safe. We trust them to be respectful of people, not be aggressive, be racist, or just be violent and just inhumane. It just makes me sad that people act like this. It really does. It just makes me sad that this is how it is. And while it's hard, you can't really get past reality. While it's hard to face reality, you have to face. It's inevitable that it's part of our society, and we have to face it. But I wish we could try to fight that, because those kind of cops, they don't deserve that rank, because they can overabuse their situation, or they're just not mentally fit to be a cop. I know there's a lot of difficulties that comes with being a cop, but there's some that just don't seem deserving of a rank as a police officer. I went off topic, I know, but to be honest, I think it does serve. But I do think this movie serves its commentary for violence, like police brutality, racism, mental issues. In the last few minutes, last 10, 20 minutes of this film was heartbreaking. Just seeing what happened after he was being shot, his unfortunate death, and the reaction from his family. It's heartbreaking. But it's delivered with sincerity and honesty. And that's what I really respect this movie for. It tells a story with tons of nuance. Does it subtly. And it doesn't pound you over the head with a message. It delivers it with honesty, subtlety. It leaves an impact on you, and it makes you think. A lot of things, like about our police, society. You may think about a lot. Who knows? I mean, it'll leave an impact on you, I know for sure. Heartbreaking, honest, and sincere. Fruitvale Station is a true story done justice thanks to an excellent performance from Michael B. Jordan, honest direction from Ryan Coogler, great work from the supporting cast, particularly Octavia Spencer, and gives poignant messages about police brutality, mental issues, and racism. Fruitvale Station gets a 5 out of 5. It's an excellent film. It's very slow paced, but that never bothered me. It gives us very well developed characters, and it leaves one hell of an impact on you. If you haven't seen this film, I think it's on Netflix right now. Go check it out. I really do. I mean, if you're in a good, I'd rather do it I wouldn't say it's not a very heartfelt, it's not a really upbeat film, so I wouldn't do it if you're in a good mood. If you want to watch it, go ahead. Just, yeah. Please watch it. I think it's important. Comment below, guys. Did you see this movie? Did it leave an impact you? Did it make you think? And if so, what did it make you think about? Comment below and subscribe to my channel for more videos.